Hello everyone, you're watching Carbuncle's Corner number 15 gold bracket. Round 1, we've got Lolo versus maikyu. AC start. And both players going up the side a little bit. 2 chain from Lolo, 1 chain from maikyu. Bonus is spent, so now we'll transition back into the main chain game. 2 double out, 3 chain response from Lolo. maikyu still slightly ahead on pieces here. Lolo's spending all of their board now to try and pressure a little bit more, but if maikyu can dig out here, that will pretty much be the round. It looks like here they go. Nice 3 chain out, still has space to fight though for double. So maikyu wasn't able to mobilize the full chain there at the end there. And Lolo having just enough to survive. So back into the neutral here, maikyu with a solid base going on Lolo as well, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Fairly large 2 chain from maikyu. Follow-up pressure here. Lolo stuck on reds here. Oh, there's no space. And not having much of a threat there against maikyu's large commitment towards the end. We'll take that round. Now, Lolo this time with a flatter build than maikyu, who's just now filling up column 3. A little bit of pressure coming out here, line and a half into 2 chain. Pretty big commitment. This should be pretty easy for maikyu to dig out of here. Just 1 more yellow, but that's so much pressure. Purple's coming out now. There's still a chance. Lolo sending 1. And this is coming down to the wire. maikyu not having the space to get out of that one. So 2-1 now in this set. Both players taking rounds in kind of a, how do you say, volatile fashion. Taking it where they can. Maybe a 2 double from Lolo, no, extending into larger main. maikyu making steady progress here. This is a pretty nice tail they've got going on. Very efficient, just gonna go, oh, those purples are almost cutting. But 3 chain out for Lolo, and maikyu will send main out now. Lolo scrambling to finish this up, looking for greens and reds, finds it just in time, but against an 11, I don't think that's going to be enough, and that should be the round for maikyu. Came pretty close. Still a 10 in the end, but maikyu ever so slightly more efficient on piece placements and on the attacks. So it is kind of a reassuring sign for maikyu, I'd say, in terms of chaining performance. Lolo hasn't really shown too big of a threat in terms of main chaining and has been really winning on a lot of the pressure, but that pressure there was a bit of an overcommitment and is going to be really hard to catch up now for Lolo. Gonna send what they have, but it's not gonna be much. So after a few rounds in the start that were a little bit hectic, things have settled down now, and gonna have to adjust to this new pace of play for the rest of this set if you're Lolo. Because it does seem like maikyu is able to not fold so easily under pressure, and here we go. Big 2-chain to respond, and 2-chain follow-up doesn't cover up too much on maikyu's board though, so... Oh, 2 double follow-up into 4 from maikyu. That is going to take that round. Nicely tailing out of that one. Score is now 2-4, and maikyu is closing in on that set win. But fundamentals wise, I don't think Lolo is actually that far behind. Ooh, second AC maybe? Oh, no. And maikyu sends the bonus first. And rapid follow up here. Lolo gonna squash this really easily. They are in a good spot right now. maikyu is covered pretty deep. If Lolo can just make nice 4-chain. But here's a chance. 2-chain to get back down to the base, but that gives maikyu time to send back a 3 of his own. Lolo burning down resources again, back down to the base, but it's gonna take quite a few more placements to make any chain length here, and that is exactly what you need if you're fighting against maikyu who's had a stock of resources ready to go for a while now. So Lolo tending to be a little bit more trigger happy than they need to be, I think. Losing out on critical resource gathering time when they've successfully put maikyu under a little bit of pressure. But speaking of pressure, that's just gonna be the whole hog as the chain is kind of broken there. Oh god. Yeah, that ain't pretty. Lolo folds that round. Not much time left in this set, as it is going to be match point for maikyu here, so Lolo's got to pull something out here. And maikyu now with the early aggression. 2-chain, but this is not too bad for Lolo. They're just gonna fire main right here. Let's see. So maikyu isn't quite... Oh no, they got it in the end. They didn't overcommit to any crazy builds there. But unfortunately, an 8-chain right there is gonna seal the deal there. Lolo might have gotten almost there if they had gotten a little bit more efficiency on their links on chain length instead of power, but it was a tight squeeze, and so GG's to maikyu.